I always panic when I make these voiceovers because I'm afraid I'll leave something important out, and sometimes I have. This is my modern build for the Vadact build team application thing. That pool is also serves as the part of the ceiling for the structures underneath. You see I've got day-night sensors. Those are providing solar power. I've got cauldrons all around with hoppers under them because cauldrons actually do collect rainwater. This is somewhat of a jungly sort of biome, and water does collect. All water is recycled and reused. This may not look like a particularly modern build if you're talking about Frank Lloyd Wright and that sort of architecture, but modern builds don't have to do that as long as the structures are themselves sustainable and environmentally friendly. That's Free Range. She's a cow that wandered in as I was building the thing, and I just let her live here. Water is collected, and the plants act as filters to clean the water as it goes through the system. The nether fences are pipes. The pipes are lined with some sort of molecular structure that is agitated by the flow of the water and generates a tiny amount of electricity as the water goes through the pipes. And that energy helps with filtration systems, lighting, heat, whatever is required. You see, as we're up here at the top of the hill, the pipes have a lot of flow, so they're really utilized a lot. People can walk around up here. There's little seating and that kind of stuff. They can even walk on top of the solar panels. You notice I didn't remove the solar panels where the tree was growing because you want as much vegetation as possible to filter water. These are recreational pools. They're accessible to people with disabilities. So I see this as a independent living center for people with disabilities and elders. All those white half slabs represent ramps for people with wheelchairs or walkers and so on to be able to get in and out. Almost the entire I think just about the entire building is accessible by ramps. There are also staircases and various. So the pipes serve both as electricity generators and ways of carrying the water, but also as handrails, so people have some assistance getting up and down. We're now entering the building. I would think this would be from a parking structure or so on. This is the water treatment facility. Ammonia from urine is gathered to and purified to cleanse the water as it goes through these various filters. The solid waste is taken into a sub-basement where it is composted to be used as fertilizer for maintaining the gardens. The pure water is separated and runs through pipes for bathing and laundry and that sort of thing. I see this hallway as being a place where there could be, oh, I don't know, washing machines, storage, that sort of thing. This is the bottom floor. There are 6 living units in each one of these sections. I only built one section because I only had room for one. I see 4 of them in a T pattern with central gardens all facing into each other, and these are the living quarters in these in this wing. I have built 6 living quarters. I've stacked them into 3 stories, 2 on each floor. Animals have to be leashed because of the way the doors are offset, because animals see those doors as open. I accidentally had monsters on and zombies walked in through what I thought were closed doors. But I wanted those corner doorways so people have as much access to as many directions as possible, can bring furniture and wheelchairs and so on in and out. Bathroom with a sink, towel rack, toilet, and tub with soap and lotion or shampoo or whatever. Everybody furnishes their own space the way they want it, and you will notice there's no kitchen facilities because I see this as 4 units all facing into each other, and each has a great room, and the great rooms are used for different purposes such as medical space, kitchen space, recreation space, and in this unit I've made basically a flea market where residents can sell items to each other and to the community at large. So not only is it self-sustainable regarding utilities and that sort of thing, but the people have their own economy here and can generate income from inside the facility if they wish to, for those who have difficulty with mobility and have a hard time going out into the larger community. So I see this facility as also attracting people from the community, including children and families and so on. Now we're out, well, we're kind of going toward the great room. I'll show it to you in detail later. So that these people are not isolated because they have disabilities and so on and shut away somewhere, but the community is attracted to come to the area and to interact with the residents, to shop, to swim, to have meals here. Residents prepare the meals, they operate the kitchen and the farms and so on and so forth. So it becomes a real community asset where the residents themselves participate fully in community events and even host community events like plays or films or lectures or bingo night or whatever, you know. Everybody's bathroom is furnished the way they want them. Instead of a medicine chest, I put that little shelving space between the closet and the bathroom so people can do their own thing and put their own stuff the way they want to. I didn't see I missed a block up there. Oh well. This person obviously likes to have a lot of guests over for conversations or meetings or whatever. Everybody's window is private because vines grow over it. Obviously there's no curtains in Minecraft. However, of course, in real life people would do their own thing and put up their own curtains, and like they have paintings and furnishings and everything else. So we have a water collection facility. It's a very wet biome, so it's no problem gathering water from the real environment. It rains here all the time. Oh, I should point out the jack-o'-lanterns represent organic lighting. I've been seeing some stuff about people are using, I think it's algae that's agitated by electricity and creates lighting with absolutely no wiring at all. I don't know what it's agitated by, but I see this as a potential future organic lighting system that's just built into the walls. It's part of the building structure itself, the construction materials, a lighted block. And maybe it too would generate a little bit of electricity to be sent through the pipes. This is I have 2 empty units on the top floor, and you see the testificates are shopping to decide which unit they want to live in. Sunlight passes through glass blocks and so on all the way through to the bottom floors, so lighting the units is extremely easy. There's not any need for any kind of electrical wiring much for glowstone or lamps or anything like that. Between the sunlight and my organic blocks, pretty much it stays lit the whole time. Of course, it would be nice to devise, this is the great room, it would be nice to devise a way to turn the jack-o'-lanterns off and on, is what I'm saying. So the organic blocks could be turned off when necessary. So this goes all the way up to the top of the hill. You see how many pipes I've got here to help filter water and generate electricity. Here's people's private stalls or cooperative. I mean, you could work with a neighbor to sell items. Each stall specializes in a different thing. This is the barbecue stall. They don't barbecue in here because of the smoke, but there's an example of a barbecue. So you can buy all of your supplies here and then go upstairs to the garden and have a barbecue. Or like I said, there will be 4 units of these with 6 resident spaces and a great room or a great garden. So you can barbecue outside. Here's medicines. So you have a pharmacy available to you for just, what's it called, off-the-counter medications, not prescription stuff that you'd still get from your doctor or your clinic. Everything you need to have a little farm or garden. Here's everything you'd need in the way of tools. Each stall is color-coded so that people who are vision impaired, that would be the laundry hall. People who are vision impaired would know more readily once they've memorized the colors which stall sells what. There's your gardening supplies for like house plants, that sort of thing. Or what's this? Oh, records and books. Well, media. It would be private media you could buy. Sorry, Bandicam ran out there, so I just came in from above for some reason. But now that you have a better lay of the land, you get a better idea here of what things are what. So we're going back down into the great room. I planted a few mushrooms. They took off. The light level in here is high enough. Monsters don't spawn in here. But I just let the mushrooms do their thing. I think I showed you, repeated showing you some of the stalls already. Excuse me. I don't know if I've showed you all of the stalls. See, those benches are decorated with diamond horse armor, and I just had a little fun with it because, you know, these people are going to be living here. They decide for themselves how they want the units to be decorated and so on. The basic structure is there, and then cooperatively they decided on the carpets they wanted in the great room and that sort of thing. Each great room is designated to a specific purpose, but the residents themselves decide how it will be furnished and set up. Here's just a place to rest and meditate and have quiet conversations. Free range is stuck. I'm going to have to get her down from there without hurting her somehow. I guess I'll break out the fence and put a leash on her, whatever. So most of the structure is below ground, and the advantage of that is, of course, that underground there's a sustained temperature of 58 degrees Fahrenheit, which is above freezing. It's not exactly warm, it's sweater weather down there. But it's easier to heat 58 degrees than below freezing above ground. So it's easier to heat, and of course it's much easier to keep cool because its regular temperature is 58 degrees. Well, use your sunlight and so on to warm your space enough, and you never get hot. So you never get hot, you never get cold. It's easy to regulate temperatures. And it's not unattractive because the solar panels are built in to provide shade over the pool so the pool won't get algae and so on. So it's not an unattractive design, and all of the sustainability elements are incorporated into the design of the building. That's my Victorian carriage house next door. Beyond that is another project that I don't want to show you, but you'll probably see a couple of glimpses of it in this video. Yep. So the whole thing is self-sustaining. In fact, it generates enough electricity that the electricity goes out into the larger community. With a few of these units around the city, people who couldn't normally afford to live alone or be able to live alone or couldn't afford decent housing can live cooperatively together in communities, little small communities like this. See, there's the hoppers under the cauldrons. And they provide resources to the community, including clean water, electricity, that sort of stuff, plus all the social stuff that they can do, providing fruits and vegetables and entertainment facilities and access to resources. And they get to interface actively with the larger community. So their wisdom and experience gets to be part of the whole town they're living in. That's my vision. That's my future modern home. Have a nice day, and thank you for watching. I think I said everything I wanted to say. Yay me! Bye!